Welcome back to the Peppercorn Boys, where their group chat becomes a podcast. Hi, my name is Joe.
I am Bruno.
And I am Scott.
And Scott is the type of guy that would make such a song and dance about choke job not being an actual thing. And then how the Dallas Cowboys will never have a choke job, but then they just come up and they absolutely choke in the playoffs.
Okay, so I didn't know
you
was
thought
doing
you'd get away with that, didn't you?
No, I didn't, because I'm going to explain myself.
He was well prepared there, and I wonder where choke job was going.
Here's the deal, and this is my 100%. Welcome to the Peppercorn Boys.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was going to say this. This is from a group chat that is not the group chat of the Peppercorn Boys. It's a different group chat. It's an NFL-based one. And I'm not saying that my exact words after Dallas Cowboys fell out of the playoffs this year was that was the most chokeable choke job of all choke jobs.
Yeah.
Facts. When the Bills go out, it's not the Bills choke. It's the kicker choke. It's, Josh Allen choke. It's not the Bills.
Did the Texans choke by all...
Yeah, of course they did. But no one will say no, because you're not Dallas Cowboys. You're not Dallas Cowboys. Choking is if people have high expectations and then you lose. That's a choke, I assume.
That's on other people, though, surely, because they're the ones with the high expectations.
Yeah, right? It's a choice. But I think there's a fact that I think the Dallas Cowboys will always be chokers. The Niners haven't won a Super Bowl since before the Cowboys. No one talks about it.
Yeah.
And people will say, because they've been to Super Bowls. Who cares? They lost.
Yeah.
31 teams lose. One team wins. Load of choke jobs everywhere. But there's one team that like to be talked about, and it's because they make the most money with hits. And hopefully on this podcast, because we'll tag Cowboys, it'll get us more hits because people like to talk about it.
Exactly. I'm going to put my two cents worth in because I wouldn't be doing my duty if I didn't. Because you made such a song and dance how choke job was not a thing, and then it so happened that your season ended the way that it did. The Dallas Cowboys choke because it's in a calamitous way. You exit playoffs in the most insane sort of style that there is.
It's bizarre. It's bizarre. So that
the lads in NFL chat would not forgive me if I didn't bring it up and make sure we did that right.
Oh yeah, but I 100% agree. But I also I still I stand on business over it. I'm just saying people like talk about the Cowboys. Hey, and when they win, everyone will be like, yeah, but it's been a long time coming. There's no winning. So,
and I just want to say I'm going to be in that group chat next year because I'm joining fantasy football.
That's the official announcement. Joe wants to be in fantasy football. Does that mean we need another person?
We're probably going to need another person, or we're going to need to kick someone out.
I'll say this because we had a Bruno as the type of guy that was it was going one way. I decided it's just reminding me of something.
Oh,
Bruno's the type of guy that will send me a TikTok. That TikTok content will be. I'm going to choose my words carefully.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
A white female who's melting down crayons to make candles. And he feels I want to see this on a Saturday night. I'm sending peppered. I'm talking like the peppery, the best TikToks ever. I'm sending you people falling. I'm sending you funny dogs doing funny faces.
Classic.
I'm sending a guy falling off a speedboat.
Yep.
And then I get nothing. And then I watch 6 minutes of this woman melting down crayons. And it really upset me.
What colours was she?
Hey.
Yellow.
Ooh.
It was a particular one. It was like dandelion. It was a thing. And I hate the fact I even know this because I have to watch it.
You have to watch it. One, I am actually I'm humbled that you watched the whole thing. So that's good that you watched, that you put the time into the TikToks I send, because I do put thought and care over it. It's not just the ones to pop you, because I'll do that all day. Like I'll chuck those grenades out because that's what I do. But this one was so niche and so thick that I just thought, do you know what? This is really cool. I found it really cool. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to send it to my best friend. And here I understand because he knows me. And then you've just come on here and you've absolutely decimated me. Like, this is unbelievable.
Hey, I'm just going to say, this was a hit job from the get-go. He was like, I'm going to start with Scott's the type of guy. He comes out with some strong Dallas Cowboys comment. is so off left field from what we talk about on the Peppercorn. And then he's saying that I'm mucking him about with these TikToks. I'm just saying, at what point did you watch it and go, Scott? That's all I was interested in.
That's one of my favorite things about these, like when you send like TikToks or reels and stuff, is that you see what people think of you when they send you specific. Yeah, I'm not the age group now. Well, I deal only in reels.
Yeah, Joe sends
you do.
Facebook, I don't know whether they call it.
I don't know about TikTok. That's not. I don't think it's legal for me to be on TikTok at this age.
That is true.
So I deal in reels. But I respect when someone sends you something thinking they know you.
But that's such it's so wrong. No, I do appreciate it. Sometimes he sends me lovely ones. Sometimes, I tell you what, I'm just going to talk about some of the stuff you do get from Bruno. The other day, I just, an ample-breasted woman was playing the guitar.
Okay.
And I thought, I wonder where this is going. And, hey, she plays the guitar great. Nothing happened.
So it's how
It
it is.
ended. But Bruno was very keen. And he'll say something like, do you know what the worst one is? He'll say something like amazing or like beautiful. Oh, I didn't even like say. Sometimes he'll do an emoji that just says like dribble.
How dare you?
You know, it's really sad. Sometimes he puts dollar signs.
I don't know.
What does this mean in the NFL? By the way, if you're not watching,
pay me. Pay me.
Wait a second. If you're listening to us on iTunes or Spotify, go to our YouTube, the Peppercorn Boys, and look at what Joe and I do with our hands. In the NFL, they do this sometimes. Notice the defense when they're reading a play, they do it.
Oh, okay.
I know the arm. Sometimes they look around, like you see a linebacker, he's holding his head because he's listening to calls from the defensive coordinator. Hey, and then you turn it, you guys, and everyone starts doing it back. And they look at the sideline, they're doing it on the sideline.
Make it rain.
I don't know what it means.
Blitz, make it rain.
It's got to be something like a coverage or something. But I don't know. I wondered if you knew.
I don't know. I don't know why they do that on defense. It's just a celebration. It is the making it rain.
Celebrations before the play.
How dare you say that I put those emojis on those TikToks? You thought that you'd just move on so quickly. How dare you? I don't just send TikToks that I think that you would like. Okay, let me get this straight. I send you TikToks that make you understand me more. You know?
Ooh.
Does that make sense?
Wow, that's deep. I'd say this. I didn't expect you to say it, and that was good. I have nothing to say back to that. And that makes so much sense.
You could have gone so many ways with what I've said recently in the DMs, because I'm going to say Bruno's the type of guy that slid into Scott's DMs and said, I'm gonna ride a motorbike this year.
Yeah, he did. Did he? He did, yeah. And he'd already annoyed me because he had already talked to basically Bruno's a troll. So Bruno will just so if Cowboys lose, he's running to his phone across his flat, shirtless. I need to get to my phone. Chug. You know, and then if he sees a bike, he's like, do you know what annoys Scott? Because of safety concerns. I want to ride a bike this year. He's a troll. He wants negative into the world, and he wants reaction. And
I definitely don't.
The follow up to that was not to what he said was not acceptable.
How is it not acceptable?
You put the words out there that essentially, I'm going to ride a bike. You don't want me to because your wife will leave you. That's essentially what he said.
Wow.
Yeah, this is what he said. Hear him laugh. Bruno's the type of the guy. We're learning a lot, I feel like. Even when sometimes he comes out on the offensive, he did.
Well, he wanted us to learn a lot about him, by the sounds of it.
Exactly. We learn a lot every week. This is the point of the podcast. We're learning. What I was going to say, though, was the TikToks. You send good ones, you send bad ones. What I would like to refer to them as pepper.
Okay.
Or corn. You get a pepper, you get a corn. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm just saying, this is a new segment we want to bring to the show. And I know I'm flipping the whole thing. Yeah, I'm flipping the whole show plan on its head, but we're right there right now. And I think bad TikToks, good TikToks, it's a good explanation of what we're talking about.
Okay.
Peppery? Ooh, you pepper it.
Yeah.
You add that little
kick,
spice.
Yeah, or if you corn it.
Boring.
I don't know. Cornhole. Yeah. Corny.
Corn's boring.
Corny.
You're boring.
You're boring.
Yeah.
What's the other two peppercorns would say? But Bruno, do you have anything that we could potentially pepper or corn today?
Yeah, I definitely want to know whether you would pepper or corn. because they're very hot at the moment. Hey, some even more than others, you know, in the previous news stuff. But where do we stand on Stanley Cups and these limited edition ones?
Go ahead.
Well, the NHL season is
very
looking good. Your boy Patrick Waugh, who's famous,
Just moved over to the Rangers. Yeah.
famous for picking up the Stanley Cup with the Montreals.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't realise we were going to do some NHL talk. I would have done some background.
NFL, NHL, we do it all over
Yeah.
How are the Canucks doing nowadays?
it.
I think I actually did all right, actually. I think they're doing well.
Before we lose all our viewers
Yeah.
Yeah.
and listeners, we're going to go to the Stanley Cup here. So I just bought my wife. My wife.
My way.
A Christmas present was a Stanley Cup, and as you get there's these TikToks. We're going back to TikTok. Of people rushing stores,
Yeah.
and they're
It's mental.
they're just stealing. So didn't the woman get pulled over and she had like $20,000 worth of limited edition Stanley Cups or something? Is that right?
I saw that this morning. Yeah. And the cops put it out like it was like paraphernalia or something like that.
Yeah,
like
they had it all on the booth.
Like, yeah.
Isn't it just
Hey,
a water cup with Stanley printed on it, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
got
the
straw.
quality.
You've got to
Joe.
do that
It's the
yourself with a
absolute
cricket.
It's the absolute top quality of the product, you know, because it's that it survived a burning car and the ice was still in there, so we're done.
That's impressive.
So did you hear
At
about
that
that
point.
woman and what happened with her?
Yeah, go for it. You
Because
go
she
for it.
basically, she did a TikTok and her car set fire.
Yeah.
And she went back in after it, like, obviously, it had been towed away, like, it was all bad. And her Stanley Cup was still intact, and it had ice still in the cup. And she put this on TikTok, and it got millions and millions of views. And her sales went through the
I
roof.
bet.
And she made Stanley, like, the man Stanley. They made Stanley, the company, billions, essentially, off the back of it.
Yeah.
They did, yeah.
And she said, I was better than any advert. So in the end, I think they sent her something. She got money.
They replaced her car, and then she asked for a better one, and they said
Right.
no.
Well, I'm glad this cup works, though, because that is the first thought in my head when one of my really expensive products burns down. Is my cup of water safe?
Yeah, especially the ice.
I'd rather the car was
Yeah.
made of it, if that would be better, wouldn't
That's the thing. Why are they not? Whatever they're making,
Yeah.
let's make phones out of it, or like
it? Bodies, human bodies.
human body Kevlar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't think it's
But-
anything.
I don't think my water needs that much protection.
Hey, but it's taken on a whole new life so it was a Starbucks one, wasn't it? The pink Starbucks cup, was it, that came out, and it was a limited edition one.
To be fair, considering their prices, I would want it protected.
Yeah, exactly. This is he's so old.
I'm
He's
not
so
spending
old.
that money, yeah.
Hey,
So-
Scott needs to put his warm milk somewhere, you know.
Whoa!
That's making
He's
what?
funny. I don't like. Do you know how I feel right now? And I don't know if it's how Bruno feels every week when I do start with the Bruno is the type of guy. I feel like he's stewed for 3 days and he's living at me, and I don't like how it feels.
He's waiting for an unleash on this. Yeah. I'm looking forward to the day when there is a Joe is the type of guy, because I don't feel like that's coming anytime soon.
And Joe's the type of guy that needs to cut his eyebrows, and I'm going to do it directly after this podcast. From this angle, you look like James Mitchell.
It's the caffeine shampoo.
The other thing, Joe's the type of guy who will send you an Instagram reel before a TikTok. And Joe's the type of guy that will sip a Diet Coke all the way through the show.
I made a monster last all day today.
Well done, Grandpa.
How did you make a monster last the whole day? That's impressive,
Just look at
Joe.
me. I was energized.
I let it last. I simmered on it.
Yeah, that's nice, mate.
Right?
I'm
a sipper.
we've already, and Joe's the type of guy that is a lurker. Hey,
Oh,
throwback
we
to
did
episode
establish
1, you know.
Oh yeah, true. I am.
And
Every
no
now and
shit.
again, we'll throw in the Joe's the type of guy. Joe's the type of guy who's an excellent host.
Okay.
He's a lovely host. I was going to say, has anyone got any actual opinions on the Stanley Cup? Are we going to pepper it or are we going to corn it?
I'm gonna pepper it because I do like it, but I'm corning the whole circus around it.
I'm calling the whole premise of drinking water. I think it's overrated. You can drink Prime, honestly.
Okay, so we're gonna see. You're not gonna drink water for the next week.
I can say this. Bruno's so into Prime. Bruno's the type of guy to be so into Prime that, another peppercorn who's in the WWE and in Royal Rumble WrestleMania season is moving home and having to lug around a load of Prime that Bruno's ordered to his house for the last 6 months. So fair play to that guy.
Hey, I did. Hey, I apologize for Lou for that wholeheartedly. That was bought. That was purchased with the endeavor of getting over there last year, but it's been sat. It's been sat there for a long time.
What we should do is do a blood test and just see how you're getting on.
That'd be good.
It'd be a good advertisement for Prime.
We don't want to open that Pandora's box now, do we? Come on.
Yeah, we do not. We do not. Are you Pepper?
I'm going to pepper it.
You're gonna pepper it.
I'm going to pepper it. I respect it. I respect the durability of the container.
Yeah, I think I like branding.
Yeah,
and that sounds really like.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't sound like a good thing to be into, but I like the idea that you can. I had this conversation with Simon Miller, the famous YouTuber and wrestling extraordinaire, and a part of our other podcast together. But we were talking to him because we were talking about the WWE have just been the WWE Raw is moving to Netflix.
Lots of news
and
today.
obviously, as two peppercorns out in the States are wrestlers, we wrestle. It was something to talk about because Netflix have just acquired the rights to Raw, and we were talking about WWE can't really do any wrong when it goes to these kind of things. So they're talking about there's a Japanese wrestler called Okada joining, and his wife is actually more famous than him in Japan.
Yeah,
and they're worried about her leaving Japan because they don't want it. And they were saying WWE can make this work because they're such a big company. And we were saying WWE is essentially like Hoover.
Yeah.
Like, you don't say, I'm going to vacuum the house. You usually say, I'm going to Hoover it, whether you own a Hoover or not.
Yeah.
And I think people say, you're going to go watch the WWE down the road. It could be AEW. Yeah. And I'm starting to think that Stanley are taking over the cup business.
Yeah.
Maybe we're going to head down the road where they're going to say, I'm going to go get a Stanley of water.
Well, no one's...
like a unit.
Yeah, no one's honed in on that yet, so...
Yeah, and it's right there. It's water.
I've never known what to call those large... jugs.
Vessels.
Hey! Talking of that, not talking of that.
Hey, if I was a keyboard right now, I'd do a little emoji to that. A little drip emoji or whatever that Scott says,
I take, Bruno, these are the three emojis you put. $, dribbling face, and then he'd probably have...
a peach emoji or something.
Yeah, either a peach, he might have an eggplant, and do you know what's really sad? He'd have that crescent moon with the big nose.
Oh, yeah.
What does that one even mean?
I don't know, but you put it at the end of all those things.
And Scott's...
Because they're saying that kids are talking about... kids talk about it in emoji.
Oh, I talk in
GIFs.
Oh.
Hey, I think my love language now is GIFs. But Scott's reaction to anything I send him... lol.
Yeah. He said, okay, so I'm a big loller. But I do laugh. I laugh a lot. I live, laugh, I love.
I do large capitals, H-A-H-A-H-A, exclamation mark. So it looks like on the other end of the phone, I'm like...
That was impressive. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I don't know. I say lol a lot. It's because over phone, it doesn't help that my closest person I talk to on like text is Bruno. And as you can hear tonight, he's got vitriol in his heart, but he's also a troll. So if you say something to Bruno, like I'm not even gonna talk about the can do thing because I'm gonna lose my temper. But
what can do thing? What
if Bruno says, "Do you want to go to the shops?" and you say, "Can do."
Oh yeah.
He goes, "Listen to this. If you want to hate this guy any more than we've already created, he'll go, don't do can do." He'll go, don't do can do.
That was true.
He said,
I don't do
I
can
work
do's.
in yes and I work in no.
Ooh, very official.
Then obviously he rattled off that obviously other people in his life have done this and it bothers him. But it's because it's just being relaxed. It's saying like, if you want to go to shops, I can do. He's like, so you have to say yes or no. But if you say no, he'll go, oh.
No, I don't. You can say anything else. You can say anything else. Then can do.
Okay, so can I say maybe? That's even worse, right?
To answer some.
Do you like maybe?
It
was the way you said.
It's got a little bit.
I don't do
can do's.
I don't do
it. Big guy doesn't do can do's.
Yeah,
because that tells me that your heart's not into it. Either way.
But the thing is, I hate...
Get off the fence. Confrontation? Yeah, I know you do.
I don't like not commitment.
I'm the fence.
I am the
Ooh.
fence. I don't like, what is it, like when you make plans?
I hate plans.
But if someone says, for example, when we do this podcast, we do it at like 8:10.
Yeah.
Because this is revolving around all our lives working together.
Yeah.
I can't physically relax until I've done the podcast.
Yeah, same.
I don't know why. It's just in my brain. I was like, I can't just be like, I'll just hang out and then, it's nearly time. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, that doesn't really work in real life because obviously you've always got stuff you have to do.
Yeah.
But
I hate it.
that's, I don't know why. I just can't do it. So can do makes it so I don't feel
Obliged.
pressure. Yeah. Like if you say, could you
Okay.
ring me at 11? I'll go can do because I don't want to say yes because I'm going to do it. But
Yeah.
if I say yes, it makes me feel more nervous.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Oh,
It
That
puts
is
an
a
element of
commitment
doubt in
thing.
the world.
wow.
It isn't a commitment thing. It's a nerve thing. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Do you
That's
know,
how you
I'm
describe it.
I try to be so much of a so not to say can do that I say yes to things and then just bail.
What's okay? So
That's-
wait.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? I can't do bail.
What's
Yeah.
what's on the pepper side and what's on the corn side here? Is it
Oh,
that
I'm peppering can do.
is can do like
No
you're
way.
saying you're gonna do it, but you don't want to put that into the universe too much,
Yeah, because I'm a lovely man.
or is it saying you're gonna do it and then you just don't do it?
Just, I tell you what Bruno would do
Yeah.
as well. He won't just not do it. He won't just say no. He won't say yes, then change it to no. He'll ghost the world. You can't find. Honestly, Jason Bourne couldn't find this guy. Like
No.
it's just. I'm gone, and you'll know he's back because 3 days later you get a TikTok of a woman melting down crayons, and you'll go, he's back.
He's back.
Oh, I think
Whoa.
we got enough time to talk about what we did yesterday.
Okay.
So maybe we could even pepper or corn this.
Yeah.
But yesterday, as you know, wrestling is a part of it. Like we mentioned earlier,
Big part.
wrestling. We were wrestling at the Coyote Ugly Bar in Swansea. You should visit.
Dreams.
It is a wild venue, and I mean, I'm not putting this up there with performing in MSG.
Nope.
I'm not even going to say it's going to town hall.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
You showed up.
you showed up at the Coyote Ugly. It wasn't the biggest turnout, but it was a cool turnout because the venue is wild. Like when you
Nuts.
actually do look at it, talking
Hey,
about
the
what
real
goes down in the
ones-
group chat.
The real ones turn up to those ones.
They do.
Yeah, like we put it in the group chat yesterday with the Peppercorn Boys, with Pretty Deadly, and like Lewis said, he was like, "That's such a cool venue."
Yeah.
And I'd spent a whole day of voice noting Sam about the deep workings of professional wrestling, which got me very excited to go to a show. But the Coyote Ugly bar was so cool.
It was.
There was actual coyotes in here.
There was wild coyotes.
There was Leanne Ryan.
Is that
I
what you
didn't
call
understand-
it? Is that what they are called?
I don't
You've
think
been
so. I
saying
just
that.
like saying
You've been
coyotes.
saying that so much over the past 24 hours, and I'm like, is
Yeah.
that what they're called?
If it
Have
turns
I
out to be
missed this for the
offensive, I'm really
past
sorry.
20
I don't
years?
think so.
What
It's
did
a
they
proud animal.
It is a very proud animal. But so we performed at this venue. It was a very small changing room. It was very hot.
That
The
was
only
fun.
exit to the locker room was the entrance to the show.
Yeah.
So if you want to talk about claustrophobia or anything,
Oh yeah.
hey, I'll certainly call on that. But we had a match, cool little match, cool little venue. There was a giant speaker nearly in the ring. It was in the back
Oh,
of
wow.
the Coyote Ugly. And I don't know if I didn't think about this enough because I know the film. I love the film. What does every man want at 3 a.m. in the morning?
Oh.
Breakfast.
Sleep.
Breakfast.
Sleep.
The old guy wanted sleep, but I didn't know. I was like, I assumed it might be like a TGI's, that almost like Twin Peaks.
Yep.
In the
Yeah.
States, if you've been to Twin Peaks in the States, I think it was more like that. Oh no, no. So at the interval of the show, I went outside and spoke to the doorman. I spoke to a couple of coyotes,
You did.
and I said, so because they were saying we got to perform at 10. And I was like, what do you mean by perform?
Mm.
And they said every single night they have routines, they have set songs, they sing and they dance.
Mm.
They're not allowed to do
That's
the thing
so
where they
cool.
like throw water in your face and they slap you anymore. Apparently,
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
like
it's
in
not
shit
allowed
now.
for some reason.
Is that special
But-
occasions? Please say it's for special occasions.
It might work out as a
It
special.
could be
occasion.
requested on the
cut
night. I think.
someone- they can't cut someone's tie off. No?
I don't know. Maybe they would because in the match, T-Bone was against Brian Kendrick, the Brian Kendrick,
Yeah. He's the
Spanky.
man with a plan.
the man with the plan, and he used the soda dispenser on his mouth,
He did.
but it like
Oh.
exploded. I don't know what happened, but all the gas came out.
They
It was
set off
very-
a lot of smoke as well.
It was very, yeah, it was very worrying. Yeah, they have smoke over there, right?
Smoke machines, yeah.
They have smoke machines behind the bar,
Yeah.
and there's all these bars. So they actually have like performances, and some nights there's like 300 people in there, and some
Yeah.
nights, like for that night, it was a Monday night, it was like 50 people,
Mm.
but it was It was quite the vibe. And where the ring was is where the rodeo usually is, apparently. The fucking Bronco.
We were human rodeos.
No.
That night.
Yeah, so I was like, we need to go. We need to go
we
do
need to go.
Yeah.
Go.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
we do.
They weren't singing Leanne Rhymes, they were singing Pitbull.
Oh,
There was a lot of Pitbull, yeah. A little bit of corn, randomly.
There was a bit of corn. They weren't singing. They sing
that's
Disturbed.
good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
We'll definitely get to either that one or the Cardiff one then, for sure.
Yeah, we
'Cause
might be on a card.
That film
Coyote Ugly.
is definitely top 10 for me.
Oh, easy. I think I need to
Easily.
go back and watch it. Now I'm a coyote.
We're
Oh.
actually honorary coyotes, yeah. I heard
That's what I've been hearing.
Did you get that? Did you get your card, did you?
I say this, I've been on the bar at Coyote Ugly while being paid.
Oh,
Yes,
I'll say that.
Absolutely.
All right.
So I'm more Leanne Rhymes than some.
You little hussy.
Who is Leanne Rhymes married to now, by the way?
I have no idea.
It's an actor. It's an actor with a beard. Figured that one out.
That narrowed down.
I was watching a TV show on Netflix, and it's called Country Comfort.
Is it?
It's a really not Good Luck Chuck, not Good Luck Chuck, Good Luck Charlie, the Disney show. It's like that.
Okay.
It's on Netflix.
I've seen this.
Yeah, and the guy's got a beard, and his wife's passed,
Yeah.
but Liam Ryan's come to the house. Now, I was searched, as every male in his 30s does. You search every single person in the episode, in the program, and
Yeah.
you check their ages and everything they've ever done, and you find out they've been in CSI at some point.
I found out that's a big ADHD thing.
Oh,
That you can't just
No,
watch a
it's
film or a
not, is
TV
it?
show.
yeah. Apparently, yeah. You have to find out everything about
Yeah.
the person. But she came into the program, and we were like, that's random. She just came to the house as Leanne Rhymes and sang
Wow.
for them.
Okay.
And I looked up the actor, and yeah, he was married to her.
Oh, wow.
Still don't have the actor, but you have a program, you can do your own searching. Bruno might be doing. Jamie, pull it up.
I can't pronounce his surname, but it's Eddie Sibring.
Okay.
What's he famous for?
the way.
I just get it. That's it. That's all.
That didn't ring any bells to you. Me saying that.
Never heard of him. Now I'm thinking about it. Maybe I've made all this up.
Eddie Sabrian. Eddie Sabrian.
That's the Eagles coach. I think you're trying to pronounce.
Sunset Beach. Jimmy Doherty.
Oh my god, he's lost the play. He's just saying words. Are you naming films or?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know.
But you recognise him, right?
I recognise him barely, mate. That's a. We'll let the listeners and the viewers decide whether that's a shout or not.
Yeah.
Please let us know in the comments. But I
So
don't
any
know who that
Cipriani
guy
or
is.
whatever you called him, are we going to pepper or are we going to call that guy? I'm going to pepper him because he's married a
Pepper him,
guy.
yeah, we'll pepper
He
him.
married a guy.
The
he
coyote.
And
Oh, I don't know if she's the coyote. She's on the soundtrack. Violet is the coyote.
No.
of course, no, actually, I'm completely getting this wrong.
Are you
She's in a
thinking
coyote.
it's
She just sings at the end of the film,
Yeah,
doesn't she?
That's
She
what we all
does.
know is that song.
Because Lillian Garcia is the main girl,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
From WWE fame. And then you've got the hard-nosed boss who we met last
We
night.
met the real life
and
one.
she
yeah.
had the cap on and she was hard-nosed.
Big fan of the blood.
Yeah.
But she
They
was
all are.
keeping everyone in check. Keeping everyone in check.
They
Bruno,
all are.
I like it. I
They
felt like
all
Bruno
are.
just said, we are.
We are.
I wish he did. I need it. All right, last thing, right before we go.
Okay.
This was on the show plan. I really want to get to.
Yeah.
Talking to coyotes.
Okay.
What is the largest animal
Yeah.
you think you could beat a snake? And again, I don't want to offend anyone with this before we start this. This is hypothetical.
It's
I'm
not.
real.
It's not a fight to the death.
Hypothetical because
Yeah.
this is survival. This is not to kill. We're not hunters at all.
Of course we're not.
And it's not. It's not a fight
No.
to the death though. There'll be referees.
I don't even eat meat.
There'll be referees. Okay, so I had to think about
Let's
this.
Joe go
earlier.
first. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about there was a couple animals that come to mind, like animals that have like teeth, like sharp teeth and claws. You can't really compete with that much because that's like what is it? That's like a special weapon.
Oh,
Like they've got a weapon.
Yeah.
Like we haven't got those weapons.
I have because I've got Bop and Bang.
True. Like, so I was thinking about it in terms of like dogs, like something like along with the.
We
like,
won't dogs. Let's
yeah,
relax.
I'm not going to fight a dog, but breeds of dogs, like sizes and stuff, like the smaller dogs.
What is you going to say? I was actually going to say we work with dogs. I
Yeah.
was going to say people would say, "Oh, I could take a Bichon." You can't.
No, that's it. I'm scared to death of Bichons.
You can't take a Bichon.
Their teeth are deadly.
You can't
I'm
take
more
a chow
scared.
either.
Oh
Mate,
no,
I couldn't do it. But they're not deadly, just because go adopt a dog, but they're really sharp.
Yeah.
They're very sharp teeth.
Okay.
I'm more scared of smaller dogs than I am bigger dogs, so it's not a size thing that comes into this.
And we're talking about what is the largest mammal.
Yeah, but they're always going to think of
Largest.
like a chimp.
you know what? You
No.
can take a gym.
I could take a chimp.
I tell you what, Joe, your eyebrows would definitely be gone then.
Yeah.
For a chimp.
Maybe that's what we need is a chimp. I'm gonna be this chimp. I'm really gonna do it.
Okay, so Joe's the type of guy
Yeah.
that
Thinks he can-
has cabley tendons and bony arms.
So I say this. I
Hey.
think you could comfortably, and I'm gonna just say what I think.
My strength is unmatched.
I think the way in which you're developed is like Kendall Grove,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna say you could probably take the back of a giraffe, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I
Wow.
respect that.
So that's a large boy.
That's big.
That's heavy
big.
compliment, that is.
I
take
think
that.
there's two.
Can you get
I
bigger,
have-
Scott?
I don't know if I can go bigger because I've got very big.
Giraffes are massive.
Yeah, it depends if Joe's talking about baby giraffe, even if he doesn't say that. But I was kind of thinking like they're big, but what are the like a walrus? But aren't they supposed to be really dangerous?
I think those kind of animals are. Yeah,
They've got
So isn't a hippo?
The-
Or something?
hippos are really
Yeah.
most dangerous.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm going to say this: I could definitely take on a sparrow.
Wow.
I feel that's probably as confident as I'll get
That's not very confident.
because I'm light as a feather, brother, and I can't hurt anyone. Bruno, you'll go.
I think I'd get turned around by a bat. So it has to be.
Turned around.
I hope you planned this all day.
You get turned
I
around.
was trying to think. I was trying to think through that whole thing. I could probably take on some larger animals and win, but the smaller ones, I think I'd get absolutely done by them.
You put a rat 10 feet away from Bruno,
Right
you'll
on
ghost
the-
you for
I'm
3
out.
days and come back with a TikTok.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just rotten. Bat, have you seen that video of the girl that's laying in that moisture and that bat falls next to her?
No.
I
No,
need to find this. Okay, I'm gonna
Is it
find
real?
it's real.
Oh, is it a real?
I'll find it in real form just for you. Bloody hell, I'll find it on a VHS and bring it to you. Grow up.
you have to find it in 2 weeks when it actually comes onto a reel. You know.
Exactly. I think it's brilliant. It was so worth getting to it. Then we talked
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll
Um,
send that to you after the podcast ends.
Yeah. Show him what TikTok looks like after this podcast ends, and you've done.
I'm gonna make him download
You've done
it,
a
it's
little
fine.
eyebrows, you know.
The only downside is China will track you.
Well,
and
no,
do you know what?
yeah.
Reels won't get you.
Oh, well, Reels won't
Mark
get you.
Zuckerberg.
I thought you were
Mark
about to tell me something.
Zuckerberg
Yeah,
will.
What won't it get you?
Reels won't get you.
Reels won't get you. It's just that Zuckerberg, he's looking in there.
He's fine.
Yeah,
Is it Zuckerberg?
it is. Yeah,
Zuckerberg.
it's all meta,
We're in
isn't
the
it?
meta universe. I
Meta.
hate that guy. Talking of animals I could take out, Zuckerberg gone down. He's got
Yeah,
weak
I'm,
knees.
te-
I'll
I'm
chop
Team
block him.
Elon all the way.
I'm Team Tom.
I'm
MySpace Tom.
you
He
say
is
we
going
had
to be
like
the savior at some point.
if we had a 3-way fight, which I'm sure they do on like Misfits boxing now, you're gonna have Tom from MySpace.
Tom
He's gonna have
Cruise.
Elon, and
Yeah.
I think I'd have Ainsley Harriet.
Yeah. Good shout. Good
He's
shout.
nothing to do with anything, but I just think he would have you.
I'm trying to figure out what you...
There's no connection. He's just my go-to man.
I tell you what, it's a toss up between Elon and the guy that is the face of TikTok. So I quite like that guy. He was in court, wasn't he, last year, and he handled it quite well. I got a soft spot for him.
I don't
I
know
got
why.
a soft spot. I got a
I
soft
don't know
spot
who
for
you're
him.
talking about. I don't know if you're setting us up for
Oh.
a gag. I can't figure this
I
out.
don't like the fact he started because I like that guy, but he was in court last year.
Yeah, but Elon's going to be in court eventually. It's all going to come crashing down. Do you know?
Huh.
Let's just leave it at that. Hey, that's been a fun one.
That was good, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
If you've been listening, obviously go over to the YouTube and check us out, the Peppercorn Boys. If you've been watching, make sure you download the podcast, iTunes, Spotify, Google Pods for now. Leave us a 5-star review, let your friends know, give us all the downloads you can get, and just promote us across all social medias. You know, just
Do
get it
it.
out there, get the word out there.
I think we named all the social medias tonight.
Mm. Bebo Hotel.
Oh,
My God.
Now there's some
Bebo
stories.
Hotel. It was Habbo
Hello.
Hotel, wasn't it? Habbo.
I'll say
Habbo
this.
Hotel?
I'll say this. Bruno needs to
Oh, yeah. This one's gonna have some vigor in it, you know.
Cowboys never choke.
Oh,
They do.
is it?
You, Bruno.